And D Shap on this fine Tuesday. We have Eric again, who's in incarcerated inmate at the ACI in Cranston, Rhode Island. Mr. Eric, how you doing on this fine Tuesday?
Good morning. I'm good this Tuesday morning. How's everybody doing out there?
Great. Can't complain. So, what's your topic of conversation on this Tuesday?
Well, I wanted to discuss. So yesterday, remember, I was giving you a little synopsis on the bill that they put forward called the Second Look At.
Yes.
So I went back. I actually received the bill. It's called Rhode Island House Bill 6139. It's called the Second Look At. There's the Sentence Reduction Act. So I like people to, if you get a chance to go on there and just look at it and read it. It's actually a good bill. It was well written. It's probably one of the best written bills that I've seen in a while, as far as like taking into consideration the factors of the victim, taking into consideration the disparities in sentencing towards minorities, taking into consideration, allowing the judges to have the ability to give you another look, and based on your prison record, based on your rehabilitative efforts and everything like that. And it wasn't too many pages. It's probably like 6 or 7 pages, but it's very well written.
Sure.
And so I like I said, that my Judge Procaccini is the one that actually called for action call the legislatures to put something in action, so he'll have the ability to do it. So that makes me happy, because now I have the ability to be his first. His hands are not tied in my case, because he has the ability to reduce my sentence. So that gives me a little excitement, because now he could actually, he's not binded by any type of time limits or anything like that. As was the case, the last person, the reason why he asked for the legislation to be put together.
Sure.
So what now I'm doing now is I'm writing a package. I'm writing like a little memorandum to submit to my lawyer, so he can submit to the court. I'm going to pull all the statistics in there. He can tweak it. That way my attorney can tweak it if he wants, or he can add to it or take stuff out. So right now I'm writing that, and I'm going to be sending it to Rika so she can forward it to my attorney. So
sure.
Like I said, I'm hopeful for that. I'm excited for that, and then submit any letters from friends, family, supports out there, so that way they could, give the judge a little insight into some of the things that I'm doing.
And then the court date will be again April what?
April 18th.
And what time's the court date?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
What time's the court date?
The court date, so it's April 18th at Providence Superior Court.
And the time? In the morning or afternoon?
I think it might be at 2 o'clock. I'm going to find out the exact time, and I will let you know the exact time when it will be.
Awesome.
Usually we have hearings at 2 o'clock, like we did. The last few hearings were supposed to be at 2. But I don't know if it's going to be in the morning this time, or if it's going to be at 2 o'clock. But I'll find out the exact time when, as the time goes near, as it comes closer to the time, I'll see if Carl could give me the exact time when the hearing's going to be. But it's just going to, we're going to go on there. We're going to put some things on the record. I want him to take into consideration the stuff that I'm going to submit, because I'm going to submit some statistics in there. The fact that I was 19 years old at the time that this crime occurred, although I was an adult when I violated my probation, but I'm paying for a crime that was committed when I was 19 years old. So there's a lot of studies out there that show that the adult mind is not fully developed until 25 or into the late 20s. So these are some of the statistics. And then remember, I was telling you a while back that Rhode Island had one of the highest probation rates in the nation. The third highest probation rate in the nation. So those are all statistics that I'm going to be presenting in my in part of my report, and just the outlook on everything. So everything so he can take into consideration. I'm also going to be reaching out to some of the representatives that proposed the bill to try to see if I could work with them, and I could try to give some type of written testimony or oral testimony before the House Judiciary Committee. So that way when the bill goes up again for a vote. That way, they have some type of testimony from somebody who's actually, a living testament to this, somebody that they use for a test model, or somebody that they could, present and get a real life impact of, how the bill's going to impact my life and help me get home to my children and my family faster,
Sure.
Yep, so we're gonna be doing that, and that's about it. I'm just excited for that. I remember yesterday we talked about Trump, and you asked me about Trump and what do I think about his indictment. So as you can see today, it's like I was telling you yesterday, he's actually looking to be perp walked, and I was hearing he wanted his picture on the T-shirt, right? So
Yes.
he wants to put his mugshot on the T-shirt,
yes,
so he can generate revenue. Like I said, he's a marketing genius. The guy's a genius when it comes to stuff like that.
Exactly.
I was just laughing,
Look,
I was laughing.
Look at the celebrities who got incarcerated. Martha Stewart, and she look at her now. You know what I'm saying? Martha Stewart, but even the late Buddy Cianci, he was in radio afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He went to federal prison, and he came back and he ran again for mayor. So a lot of people who are in prison can really change their lives around. And look at you. You're already in radio too. So you'll follow the footsteps of Buddy Cianci, but now you're in radio while you're in prison. You know what I'm saying? You're a radio star already. You know what I'm saying?
So you know what I want, and that's what I'm going to take. Every opportunity I have once I step out of the door, every opportunity that I have to be able to do a lot of things that I want to. My hands are tied as a lot because I'm behind here, but once I get out, there's a lot of things that I want to do. Like as far as like there's a lot of good that I want to do. So me establishing, having a platform, and being able to have a platform so I could put some good back out there and show people, I want to, that's my success story. I want to show that I could go from being this person and transform to this, and move forward and grow up and change my life and really go on a strong trajectory. All of this stuff helps. The ability to be on the radio, the ability to start an organization to help, to help change for prison reform and criminal justice reform, the ability to, just to do businesses, start businesses from in here, put together good things. All of those things help continue to keep me focused. So when I do step out of here, I know where I'm going, and a lot of guys step out of here and they don't know where they're going. I feel so bad for a guy. He's leaving tomorrow and he doesn't have a place to live. He's going to go live in a shelter. So, eventually he's going to go back eventually and turn back to crime. It's unfortunate, but that's part of us. That's part of the system that it fails us like that, where guys are getting out and they're not fully prepared to go face life. They give you a couple bus tickets, they give you a clothing voucher, but that's not really gonna. That's only how long is that gonna sustain them? Let's face reality here.
They should have jobs lined up for the prisoners who don't have things lined up. They should help them to rehabilitate the prisoners before they get out.
Yep, and that's why like I said, my hands are tied. The reason why I created the Prisoners Family Union is to help guys like that, and I'm so I want to grow it more, and this is some of the things that I'm going to be talking about. A guy like that should come out. I wrote this Community Opportunity Initiative plan. I'm going to have a copy sent to you. And I wrote it it's just a boilerplate of it. I didn't go into depth and stuff like that on it, but I created a plan, like a 5-phase plan. A guy like that getting out, he should automatically, if he couldn't get the rehabilitative skills here, the trade skills to go over there and get a job or something like that, he should get right out and get what he needs. He should be able to get housing. He should be able to enroll into a program that's going to give him a training. If he has substance abuse, mental health abuse, he should have all of those things
lined up.
Place.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh?
Yeah, lined up. Get everything in place. Yeah.
Yeah, they come, they see you. They come, they see. They come, they see you. They come, they see you, and they come, they see you, and they don't they don't really follow up with you after you walk out the doors. They tell you, oh yeah, come here, check in, we'll give you this. But that's not, this guy's going to leave here. Where is he going to lay his head? He's going to go to a shelter. And how long is that going to last for? You know what I mean? Like, so housing is another thing, but they can't even get housing out there for the homeless people. Right now, Rhode Island's struggling with trying to find housing for homeless and stuff like that. So, a guy leaving out of prison, he's at the bottom of the list. But some of those people that are homeless in Rhode Island are some of the people that have mental issues, substance abuse issues. Not all of them, but the majority of them are, and those are ex-incarcerated or formerly incarcerated people.
Right, and like some people, like I have friends that are staying at a hotel right now, and they have to March 31st when the program ends, and they don't know where they're going to be going after that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they know I can't take them in. I mean, if I could, I would. You know what I'm saying? But
I know you will. I know you will. There's people out there, good people out there, but it shouldn't be a burden on you. It's a societal burden.
Well, they know the reason why I can't take them in, and it's something to do with them. And I can't go into it anyway. But they're in a hotel right now, and they were sleeping in tents. And the thing is, they were in tents at the State House for a while, and on March 31st, they don't know the program's supposed to end, and it's like if the homeless people, if the state can't get away for the homeless people, then they can't get away for the prisoners who's getting out with no job, and it's a catch-22 out there, Eric. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get it. I totally understand, but then you know what it is. You have the thing is I don't believe that the government don't have the resources, because they do.
They do.
If you have the resources to incarcerate somebody and pay $68,000 and change a year to incarcerate a person every year, right? Right now, it costs them $68,000 and change to incarcerate me here. That's what it costs to send me to Brown. That's what it costs for a tuition for a year at Brown University. So you incarcerate people for this amount of money for years, but then you put them back on the street, and then you don't have a plan. You know what I mean? Why don't you? So if you're gonna waste $68,000 a year to keep somebody off the street, and I'm not saying like some people shouldn't be incarcerated, it shouldn't be a place, because there are some vicious people running around here that should. I believe personally as a president, other people might disagree with me, but I believe they need to be incarcerated and off the streets and kept away from society for a period of time. But at the end of the day, when you look at it, they're spending money to keep people like this guy. He was only doing a few months. So if you add the few months up, they probably cost him about 30 or 40 grand to keep him incarcerated. Why not take that 30 or 40 grand and put it into giving him, don't hand him a check for 30 or 40 grand. I'm not saying cut him a check, but I'm saying take that 30 or 40 grand and set him up to really truly rehabilitate him. Give him ability to get a job, pay for a trade skill if he wants to enroll in it, give him his substance abuse counseling or his mental health counseling. Take that money and actually invest it into the rehabilitative process of people instead of just pumping out products that you're just putting back on the street. And then he's going to go out there, he's going to commit a crime, and then the taxpayer is going to be on the hook for another $68,000 when they reincarcerate him. So it just doesn't make any sense. It's a repetitive cycle. And they're not pushing out any products to lower the recidivism rate, because it's an ecosystem where everybody is making money. The judges are making money, the prosecutors are paying for their children, they're making money, the CEOs are making money, the sheriffs are making money, the people that sell us Keefe Group that sells the foods here, they're all making money. So everybody is making money. It's a big industry, but it's societal failures that they're not actually rehabilitating people and giving them the needs that they need to have in order to succeed.
Right. And the thing is too, like, I think it will cost the state a lot less to do it that way, the way you're saying, because it has to, the state still has to pay them and get go through the funds if they get incarcerated again. And we'll save them. I think it will save the state some money in the long run if they do it that way. Get the people ready to go out, because the thing is, all we're just doing is we're wasting our own taxpayers' money to do this. But then again, That's what the state wants. They want the taxpayers' money. They want to do this because more people in the prison, it gets good money for the state, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, and you're right. But they rather put out the story out there. Well, this guy needs to be kept off the streets for a certain amount of time. So we're keeping you safe. They fearmonger. They do the fearmongering and all of this other stuff like that. And you know, at the end of the day, when I look back on even me here incarcerated, I've never heard, and nobody has ever been physically harmed or anything I've ever done in my life and any crime I've ever committed. I've never nobody's ever went to the hospital. Nobody's ever been physically harmed. Now I can't say that somebody probably wasn't emotionally traumatized. I won't say that because people certain things have different effects on people even if they wasn't physically harmed. But I've never killed. I've never killed anyone. I've never hurt anyone physically. Why can't a guy like me get out and get a chance to do better and save the taxpayers' money? I could give more back than what you're doing. You're just warehousing me, and it becomes a point now. It's like how much more rehabilitation do a person need when it turns into punishment? You know what I mean? It doesn't become about rehabilitation anymore. It becomes now about punishment. Like, well, we need to punish you. All right. I think once you lose your freedom, you're punished enough. You know what I mean? I just heard this guy Paul Harrow say he became the sheriff of Bristol County. He says we're not in the business of punishing people because he said one of the greatest things that we enjoy, one of the greatest freedoms we enjoy in America is our freedom, is the ability to have our liberties. So once you take that from somebody, they've already been punished enough. Now it's time to rehabilitate this person, so that way when they get back out, we're not in the business of punishing, and that's what he said. But a lot of people don't see that.
Sure.
So, and like you said, they want the taxpayers' money. They want to be able to, but why is society allowing them to continue to push out products that continues to put more danger in the neighborhood? Because if you put a guy back into society that's not fully rehabilitated, he's going to be breaking into your house next. He's going to be climbing in your window next because he's trying to figure out a way to pay, to support his drug habit or support his family or whatever it is that he's trying to do. So why not put our products out there that's going to continue to keep us safe?
Right.
As a society. And it's also a humanity thing, It's also about humanity. So it's like, but, we could debate it, we could talk about it, but it's up to the people in power to be that has the actual ability to do something about this. And it's also up to the taxpayers because, they're the ones out there paying the tax. They're on the hook for it. So it's up to everybody out there to push for change.
Yes, definitely.
So, but I enjoyed this morning. I enjoyed talking to you. It was a very good topic. It was deep. I thank everybody out there for listening to me and, hearing me speak on some of these things. And any way they can help will be great,
Well, thank you, Mr. Eric.
Thank you for using Security.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. All right. There's Eric, of course. D-Show Motor More Entertainment News. We'll just try to relax when he was speaking a little bit because, still have this over this cold. Anyway, D-Shop and more to come on this fine Tuesday.